Hey everybody, it is the G on Monday morning motivational. Yes, Monday morning motivation. It is about motivating you for the whole week long. Yes, you got 6 days. If you're doing it right, you're working 6 and only resting 1. I know that's going to be hard to swallow, but you should step into that power, because there's power in it, actually. We're looking at it from, oh my God, I worked hard enough. I need a couple days off. Well, you can rest when you die, they say, I guess, right? But hey, if you ain't staying plugged in, you're not staying turned on. I want to thank those that are plugging in. I got people that are reading books I mentioned about last week. So a lot of good things are happening here, and I want people to get engaging here. I want engagement here. I want really people reaching out. If you'd like to, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Of course, I have an Instagram page. It's ghunter_ photographer. Excuse me. And you can check out my art there. But today, what are we talking about today? It's Monday. It's time to get excited. It's time to feel good about feeling good. It ain't Blue Monday around here. It ain't no. We can't. We ain't no Eeyore spirit. Woody the Pooh Eeyore. He was never a happy guy, man. I want to see some Tiggers in the house, man. I like to see Tigger bouncing around like that kind of shit. But don't be so wired that you aren't focused. Because remember what I said? It's all about focus. It's not about hocus pocus. It's about focus. So we need to get focused. And think about that. How do you get focused? Do you get focused every day you wake up? Or you just go through the routines without even thinking about what's going on and reacting to what's coming at you every day when you go to work. Because think about it. One of the things people don't want to go to work for on Monday is because the people they work with, right? Well, hey, that's what I'm going to help you with today. I'm going to help you with that because that's a hard thing to swallow sometimes. I've dealt with it. I've had over 30 employees. And it is a tough thing to do. But the first thing you have to do, and it's on your shoulders. You have to start the morning out with a good intention. It's going to be a great day. How about that? Let's just start the day out with saying it's going to be a great day when your feet hit the ground. Or be grateful for the fact that, how many people would like to change places with you? You know how many people would like to change places with you? Well, a lot. So be grateful maybe. But put that intention out there for that day. Think that, be optimistic. I like to surround myself with optimistic people and autistic people. I think you get totally different perspective on life when you're doing that. And so I think a lot of people don't get up and put that intention out, so they're living reactional to the day. They're getting up and they have to see Debbie Downer. They got to see Snap, Crackle, and Pop at the water fountain. They got to deal with, the Three Stooges. At the meeting, at the group meeting. So it's irritating. Yes, every day you get filled up with so much grace. God gives us so much grace every day. His grace is new to us. That's what the word says, is new to us, and we use it on the people we don't even love, and then go home and have none for the people that we love. And where do most arguments start? At night. You just gave all your grace away to Snap, Crackle, and Pop all day long at work. And then you come home. Well, let's not give our energy away. Let's change it. Because remember I was talking about last week, the mirror? When you're looking into a mirror, it reflects. So if the way you look at it, the mirror, it will change. A lot of times we're looking at outside circumstances instead of taking responsibility to the way we look at things. Especially the way we assign things to people. Unfortunately, we judge. We should never judge. We should never judge ourselves. We should never judge others. It's the highest form of intelligence, is not to judge. But, we do. We assign a negative to he's stupid, he's slow, she's this, he's that. Instead of really having some empathy, think about it. I don't know about you, but you're going to work being a business athlete. That's what we are here. That's what this program is about, being a business athlete. It's about you being the best you is your only revenge. And that's what we want today. We want to help you. When you have to go on Monday, then it's Blue Monday, and you don't want to deal with snap, crackle, and pop. You know? But the way you subscribe, the way you see them, if they'll react the way you see them. If you call a child stupid enough, after a while, he's going to be stupid. You know? They're going to react the way you see them. And I have to ask you this question. Have you ever watered a plant with bad intentions? No. So, as that leader, and we all are called to leadership, you know, you should never water your fellow man or fellow human being with bad intentions. Yeah, I was reading a book my nephew gave me, Matthew McConaughey. And he talked about how he prays for people. How he sees them. First, he gets an image of them in their highest self, their greatest self, their best self, you know, as he can see them as a winner. And then he sends that prayer to them. You know, I thought that man, that's the way it is. That's the way it should be done. You know, what energy are you putting out is what you're going to get back anyways. So if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, man, that's your own fault, because it is a karma universe. So whatever you put out, you're going to get back. If you're going to go around judging people, you're going to be judged. I had to learn that the hard way. You know, as a leader, I had to learn that the hard way, you know. And it was like, okay, now I understand. It's really not about judging the person. It's about judging or looking, not even judging, but, you know, understanding the sin. That's what we want to get fixed. You know, it's not about the person. It's the job they're doing. We're working on the job. But we don't make a person feel less than or stupid, because they're going to give back to you exactly what you put to them. So let's water people with good intentions. I always say three things. I was taught this by a great man. He said these three things to me. He says, in situations with people, always be smarter than the situation. Take the high road. And eat crow if you screwed up. You know, be smarter than the situation. You know, take the high road. What does it mean? Sometimes you got to turn the other cheek, got to look the other way. You know, I'm not into an argument. You know, if two people are arguing, which one's the fool? That's what I'm saying. If two people are arguing, which one's the fool? Come on. Your personal best is your only revenge. You know, as a leader, as a human being going to work on a Monday, I know it's a tough thing. I did it for a long time. I feel sorry for people that have to do it. You know, but take that money. Remember, there's always seed in that money. That money, you always take money from that job and you use it as a seed. Because Benjamin Franklin said this: a man that empties his purse, his wallet, into his mind, mean buying books, spending a little, you know, investing in yourself, will eventually, his mind will fill his purse. So, if being you who you are today could get you what you want, you would already have it. So we need to get out there. We need to learn. We need to get different perspectives. That's what I'm bringing you today, a different perspective. I know it ain't easy. I understand there's that one employee you just can't handle. Yeah, that's all right. At least look at it this way. You got the other 9 down, you know. You'll eventually get the last one, eventually. Just give yourself some patience as you grow too. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Motivational Monday, the G. Thanks.